Hey everyone, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk The Expanse. And season 4, guys, it's very different than the previous seasons. As much as we already know about the proto-molecule, this season is making me realize we still almost know nothing about it. We don't know exactly where it came from. We don't know what happened to it to essentially wipe it out from all of these newly discovered systems. And we don't know what it left behind. But we're seeing clues on New Terra that are intriguing and potentially really frightening. There's a lot of proto-molecule ruin on this planet. Some of it in the form of these visible tusks. And there's a lot more below the surface that we're only just beginning to get a sense of. Deep below the surface, there seem to be these structures that the lightning was following along, that these rotating tusks are following. To what end? Unclear. But it seems that the only thing stopping all of this from functioning prior was one root that Holden cut free. But now Miller is nowhere to be found. He's not giving us any advice. He's not telling us what his plans are or what's going on. And once again, we're in the dark as far as the proto-molecule is concerned. Now, is this just proto-molecule machinery, technology that's been left behind? Or is the proto-molecule itself, the life form, still around in some sort of hibernating state that may have just been woken up? I don't know. It's such an incomprehensible life form in all the ways that we've discovered it up to now that it's really hard to wrap our heads around how it functions. We haven't even really been able to distinguish between the life form and its technology up to now. They seem almost unified in their appearance, their activity. Where one starts and the other ends, really hard to say, but maybe we'll learn more. Maybe not in this episode, maybe not in this season, but I can't imagine the proto-molecules going away, especially now that we've opened the Soul Gate to all these other worlds, 1,300 plus new systems to explore. So far, ChrisGen and the UN are stopping that expansion from happening, prudently perhaps, but there's a growing sentiment amongst Earthers, amongst the Belt, that these systems are prime for exploration, exploitation, colonization, discovery, and Holden's the tip of the spear as far as that's concerned. And he's got his own fires to put out here on New Terra. The conflicts between the Belter settlers and the Earther employees of this corp, that we've still got to deal with Mercury, who, at the moment at least, is the villain of the season, so to speak. Even though these Belter settlers did shoot his landing ship, his shuttle, out of the sky. I mean, that's why he lost 24 of his co-workers, because the Belters attacked them. He's just retaliating in full vigilante mode at this point. So how do we defuse that situation? I really don't know. But this is where we're at. So let's jump into the next episode, guys. This is episode 5 from season 4, and it's called Oppressor.
Careful. This powerful stuff.
You sure that remote even working?
I wired it myself. It worked.
Are we flashing back? Is this them wiring the pad for explosion? Yeah.
They're here. 10 hours early. We have to remove the charge. The drive will set it off.
They need us.
This isn't what we planned.
Oh, they were
not come here to kill people.
They were going to blow up the ship and trap them.
Whatever happened there for?
Oh.
No!
Oh! Oh, she blew it early. Okay, okay. So that's why some survived.
I guess this means we made it.
Welcome to the Rocinante.
My family. My tree said.
We haven't heard anything yet.
Olin's not gonna let anything happen to them, I promise.
That guy talks a lot.
Mason's an idiot.
A lot of those on your team.
You think you could take on all my men by yourself?
I had a shot.
You're so fucking weird.
Truer words.
Unlock him.
Not gonna happen. Put the gun down.
Don't kill her. She just hasn't figured out her boss is a dick.
You stay out of it.
No need to die over this shit.
Fuck that.
Captain Holden.
Cut him loose. We need to get everyone off the surface before something even worse shows up.
You're saying we need to evacuate?
Yes, immediately.
Unlock him. You want to keep your people safe, and so do I.
He'll only help as long as evacuating the Belchers is easier than shooting them.
I know.
You people act like I'm the bad guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just got that kind of face.
You do.
Are we really leaving?
Well, only if the Belters leave too.
Because ultimately, he just doesn't believe the Belters deserve this place, and he's trying to claim it for his company.
Take the secondary one. Disable the safeties, rig it up for remote piloting, and put it on a proximity trigger.
You want me to make it into a bomb?
Yeah.
I want you to make it into an option.
Yeah, see? This is why you're an evil... He still thinks he's the good guy. He's such a... Ugh.
Why did you approve the higher grain allotments for the European Shared Interest Zone?
The grain allotments haven't been adjusted.
Relax your shoulders. Just talk to me.
This is a waste of my time.
She's not a politician, as much as she's excellent at politics.
Who the fuck cares about any of this?
No matter where the debate leads, we need you to come off as more approachable, nurturing. The caring family matriarch. It tested me.
Get the fuck out.
That is not what she is. I love this.
They just want you to play the game.
Fuck.
She hates the game.
Where is my family? Do you know what happened to them?
Lucia's on my ship, and my ship is in orbit. She's safe.
And Felcia? Was my daughter with her?
I'm sorry, I haven't seen her.
Where is the daughter? The daughter wants to go to school back in the Sol system.
The next thing could be a lot worse, and there will be a next thing.
You have no way of knowing that.
He actually does.
We need to get everyone off the
He's got Miller.
right now.
If we leave, they'll never let us come back. You go if you want to.
It's not untrue.
What do you think it is?
More weird alien shit?
Safe bet. 3 islands in a row like that, and it's almost like they're buttons.
Mertry wants you.
Gotta go.
Wait.
Wait, what?
She's in here, sir.
You might want to get that checked out.
Just stitches.
Dr. Okoye,
Is that from the bug?
I want to hear about this alien technology. Every detail.
Every time I see this ship, I love it more. Look at Naomi better. Back off her feet, so to speak. She belongs in space.
Your boss, Mertry, was shooting at me not long ago.
He's not my boss. And he's kind of an ass. I'm just looking to fill some gaps in the data from when we orbited to the far side of the planet.
He's a good scientist, dude, we think, right?
Our daughter. Tell me you know where she is.
Jacob, I don't.
She's not here!
Is she hiding on board the Rossi?
Mertry, when he was telling me to surrender, he talked about you
And her.
and her.
It's true then.
No one was supposed to get hurt.
God damn it, Lucia. How could you be so stupid?
I did it for us. All of us. Someone had to be strong. If we did all that, and it doesn't even matter, you have to stay.
All these terrible things you've done, all they did was destroy the only thing we had left.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah. She's not doing well in 0G. The blood clots and all that. Where's the daughter? She wants to go back to our system. So she could have snuck aboard the Rossi. Or Mercury could easily have her hostage somewhere. Oh. Is she bleeding out?
What the fuck do you want?
It's definitely not good guys and bad guys.
You are connected to this, and you are withholding information.
You're right.
Well?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Were those gunshots?
Jesus!
Don't make me ask again.
What the hell happened?
Fucking Belters grabbed 2 of my people.
What are they hoping to accomplish with this?
They don't want to leave.
They can go in peace, but we will not be forced from our homes again.
Is this just us?
Chances are tomorrow it'll be all over the news feeds back home.
Fantastic.
Christian's gonna love that.
Now you see what I've been working with. Professional victims and martyrs. And no word about the bombs that they've thrown, the bodies they've stacked up.
Not all of them
Like
know
this is
about the
exactly
bomb.
what you hoped would happen.
I'd love to have come to a peaceful resolution.
Bullshit.
Don't even think about using this as an excuse for a massacre.
No. But I am going to gas every Belcher in the camp. I would ask if you have any objection, but I honestly don't give a fuck now.
Ugh. Did we just put a bullet in his head already? Oh, look at the design of that city. I love it. Because Copenhagen's such a low-lying city, of course the thing's basically all behind flood walls.
And I think the real danger of Eros is that we only react to it from fear. What we need now is leadership that can embrace the possibilities while managing the risks.
You ask how I would protect Earth from another Eros incident? That's a good question. And here is my answer.
The same way I did the first
same
time.
way I did last time.
Mercury has no right making them leave, and neither do you.
If they die here, it's on me.
And it's on the Inners for fighting over Ganymede. And Jules Pierre Mal for his experiments, and Avasarala for sending us, and some aliens for creating the protomolecule and shooting it at Earth. And it's on the Belters too. For staying after you warned them. For taking hostages now.
They have no idea what's really going on here.
You?
Don't decide for them. Tell them the truth, and let them decide for themselves. Go be you.
They're good together. I really like them together.
Post-op, you gotta eat, right? So, I took it upon myself and made you a little broth.
Lucia?
Lucia!
Open up, buddy. She's not good, man.
Go lock override.
Nail me!
I don't even know what the hell I'm looking for in here.
That's all right.
Cabinets full of blood. I can't see anything. Help me, please.
No, don't help me.
She wants to die.
Look, do not make me tell your daughter I had to let you die. Fucking tell me what to do!
Suction.
Suction. Sorry. Sorry. I can do this.
Oh, don't!
Sorry.
You don't have to!
She doesn't deserve to be saved. That's how she feels.
You're too low.
Oh. So tense.
Hey.
Maybe?
Got it. Got it.
Oh.
You did good. Thank you. Sorry I yelled at you.
Oh.
I can't even die right.
Can't even die right.
If Mercury orders you to go in, don't go.
comes to that, I guarantee they'll bleed more than we do.
These old prejudices are so frustrating.
I'm unarmed!
Oh, shit.
What's he doing?
He's being Holden.
I want to talk.
It's a little strange to have a member of the political aristocracy lecture me about connections. Tonight is the first time she's ever interviewed for a job. My opponent has asked what happened to the person whose place I took. George Cantor was my first alternate. When I got my appointment at the regional government, I hired George to work with my policy research team. He now runs it.
Ooh.
6,000 people fight for one slot. And we say anyone can make it. Any one of those 6,000. Not 10. Certainly not everyone. We all know the system's broken. We aren't afraid to take risks. And with 1,300 new solar systems, we can provide that opportunity for everyone, not just the colonists. What we deserve is a government that gives us a chance.
Security alert.
Ma'am, we need you to come with us right away.
Until further notice.
Security alert. What's happening?
Can you not see where I am?
We have a security situation.
What's happening? What happened?
It's on a collision course with Sentinel-19.
The asteroid spotter.
Protocol is to assume there's more than one on its way.
So why haven't we killed the ship already?
We are working to correct it. We have children on board.
This message was sent 10 minutes after it went off course. We haven't been able to raise them since.
Or maybe we blow up a ship full of innocent civilians who just called for help.
Mm-hmm. Being the SG sucks.
Ma'am, we cannot afford to...
just got a flash from Signal Intelligence. The drive signature on record also matches a colony ship called the Sojourner.
The one the Belter said was lost as scrap?
No. Marco's got it rigged as a bomb. That's the one that spaced all its... Yeah, that...
Destroy the ship immediately.
Yeah. Wasn't that the one that had all the spaced victims? Right? Did she do the right thing?
It was bad timing. It could have happened to anyone.
Yeah, bad optics, but necessary.
I've been where you are right now.
I don't think that you have.
I was young and in love with a boy who had a crazy plan. I'd hack reactor control programs. He had a way to insert them into inner ships. At least, that was the story he told me. The first one we tried was the Augustine Gamara.
Why do I know that name?
It was the one that blew up in the docks at Luna. The father of my child used my code to overload the reactor. We killed 516 people.
It wasn't your doing then.
This wasn't your doing either, Lucia.
I chose what I did.
Coop took advantage of you.
I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm telling you something you need to know if you're going to live.
I don't understand.
I have a family now, and they love me. And I have a life that I like living. All we did was buy you a little time. You decide what you want to do with it.
Okay. It's very fair.
Get the fat off our planet. Then we send your people back to our home. What did you do to our daughter, you son of a bitch, huh?
We never touched your damn kid.
How would we know? You kill us for no reason.
God damn it, everyone shut up for a minute. As soon as the gate opened, I started being contacted by a man I knew who died on Eros.
Anyone can claim to have prophetic visions, but that doesn't mean...
Cat's been right about everything so far.
I believe whatever I'm in contact with is turning on all the old technology here to try and understand what happened to its creators, and I don't think it's going to stop.
It doesn't matter. Maybe you did make it worse, but this place is our only hope. We're not giving it up.
There is no version of this where we abandon our charter and we leave these squatters and murderers in possession of this planet.
You're nothing but thieves.
Hey! Hey!
Holden's got his work cut out for him. Alex, you okay? These are those islands. There's more than 3 of them now.
Oh my god.
What is it? That's a nuke. What the hell? Ugh. Of course, we're stopping right here. This story is just getting so freaking tense. Holden's on the ground trying to keep this war from breaking out between this entitled RCE faction versus this Belter faction that's desperate to cling to the first place they can call their own in ages. And it's such a gray, muddled perspective, except for how hateful and hateable Mercury is. If you had a different person in Mercury's position, it would be a very interesting question of who's right and who's wrong. And even though the actions are completely the same, it's so hard not to be on the Belter's side of things. Mercury doesn't even have the respect of a lot of his own crew. He's just so biased against Belters in general, and he's set off by this attack that wasn't intended the way it went down. Their intent, it seems, was to blow the pad once the ship had already landed on it, thereby crippling them, buying the Belters some time to make some money mining this lithium. But they arrived early, and Coop and the other OPA members of this group wanted to wait for the moment they landed to blow the pad, and that would kill everybody. But Lucia managed to trigger the pad explosion early. It took out the ship, but it was distant enough that we had the survivors we had. So it's this weird gray zone. But Lucia feels the guilt of killing people. It was never her intention. The parallels with Naomi are clear, and they were spelled out later in the episode. This guilt for lives that you didn't intend to take, but it was your actions that directly led to those deaths. Lucia doesn't feel she deserves to live, especially because her actions also led to the breakup of her family. Her daughter's missing. Her husband hates her at the moment. I mean, hate might be a slightly strong a word, but that marriage seems fractured. And Lucia wants to die. And I really respect the idea of this episode. We hit on it multiple times, of letting people choose their own fate. Not thinking that we're better than other people and then we should be making decisions for other people. That's how Holden always used to think. That's what he's trying to do on the surface. He's finally decided to tell them about his contact with the proto-molecule and Miller and what he thinks it all means. He sounds like a crazy man, which is why he didn't share this information earlier. No one seems to be buying it. If they do buy it, they want to use that information to their own controlling benefit as opposed to just better understanding. But man, we have potential allies on both sides. On the RCE side, we have Amos's girlfriend, even though she's very gung-ho and she wants to. She's not opposed to the violence of taking back, of rescuing the hostages. You can see the doubt on her face sometimes when she and we are listening to Mercury spout his rhetoric. The doctor that wants to understand more about what's happening to Holden, she could be an ally. Plus our guy up on the ship, that the doctor's the biologist. She's not a doctor. She's a biologist. That she's in contact with. He's the geologist. He's come out and said he thinks Mercury's an asshole. So we have potential allies who can help us here. We also have allies on the Belter side. A lot of these are... It's easy to conflate Belter and OPA, but they aren't the same. The OPA are an often hardcore faction of Belters at large, and we have to remember that this isn't an OPA colony. This is a Belter colony that had some OPA members, and that's a big difference. And And we've got Lucia and her husband, the leader of the Belters. She seems moderate, but she's not willing to give up New Terra. This is their planet as far as they're concerned. So obviously, as far as the RCE is concerned, they're squatters. But I don't. It's so ironic to me because there's so many systems that we've just had access to, and yet we're fighting over a single planet in a single system. It feels like there should be plenty to go around, and yet the Belters are so mistrusting of the Inners, rightfully so, that they feel they could be left out entirely of all these new worlds, and Earth and Mars will control it all. Maybe. That's the fear. And it's a justifiable fear. So you understand why once they've made landfall, once they've started a colony, even though it's super early days and things are tenuous and there's massive risk of these proto-molecule artifacts, they still won't leave. And that's fair. Holden's given them the information. If that's their choice, then Holden shouldn't think that he knows better. But if they decide they're not going to leave, which seems to be the case, then he has to somehow persuade the RCE to not forcefully evacuate them. Especially since Mercury has rigged one of the shuttles to basically blow up if necessary. And you can just tell that he would have zero problem killing all of these settlers in retribution for the attack. We didn't even touch on Bobby's new career choice on Mars this episode, but we got to spend some fun time with Christian in her election run-up and her first debate, and the fact that she is part of the political elite. She has never had to have a job interview before. She fell into the Secretary General position after the events of Eros, and she's not as good as she is in the political arena. She's never had to win an election. She's not a politician, so to speak. She's just damn good at getting things done and persuading people. But persuading the public is a different animal from persuading those in a situation room to do the right thing. And the fact is public sentiment is probably on the side of her opponent, of Christine Gao. That there's so many people on basic, and if they've all got a vote, they all want a better life. They all want an opportunity to go work somewhere, even if it is in a different system. Even if it is on a new planet, a new colony. So Christian suddenly got a real uphill battle, I think, to hang on to the lead in this election and win again. And I mean, she's such a control freak, but that's because she does know. Like I'm almost speaking antithetically to what I did 5 minutes ago about giving people their own choice to do what they want and to not think you know better, but Christian honestly feels like she does know better, and maybe, as far as the proto-molecule is concerned, she does. Man, it's such interesting. These issues are not black and white. It's nothing but shades of gray. I'm sure there are reactors and viewers out there who think quite opposite to me, who maybe there's even viewers out there who think Mercury is absolutely the good guy in this situation. I'd like to meet them and hear their arguments why, but a case could be made. He's certainly not a likable character, and nothing I've seen about Gao makes me nervous about her. I just worry that if and when, because it is going to happen, even if Christian wins, it is going to happen. Sooner or later, mankind is going to start exploring these new systems. Money's going to be made. It's going to be boom times. But we may also have massive issues with the proto-molecule if we do this. But I don't feel like Gao is maliciously motivated. I just worry that her vision will lead to major crisis. So Christian knows better than her. And we know Christian better, and we love Christian. She's had so many wonderful moments that you want her to win, you want her to be right. I guess my question is Christian happy as Secretary General? Would it be the worst thing in the world if she lost? I don't know. Could she just retire to a peaceful life on Earth with her lovely husband? Why not? Would that be a terrible end to I mean, she thrives in these high stress, high stakes moments, and taking that away from her would probably make her feel feeble and underutilized and unappreciated and all the rest of it, and her opportunities for shouty swearing would be drastically reduced. But she gets to spend time with the grandkids, if nothing else. In any case, I'm super curious. We're trucking along this season, and we're already halfway through. And I still have no idea where we're going. Is Holden's analysis of what this machinery and Miller is trying to do accurate as far as what's going on? Is this machinery, are these artifacts firing up so that this solar protomolecule can understand what happened to the rest of its species? Is it the protomolecule that's... Is there still protomolecule in one of the holds of the Rossi? And is that what's fueling Miller? Or did the protomolecule just rewire Holden's brain on the atomic level so that he's always got an open receiver to some sort of protomolecule signal? But if... Yeah. Still unclear. Still super curious. Still can't wait for the next episode. I'm psyched for next week, guys. I'm sure you guys are too. Can't wait until then. Don't forget to do all the fun algorithm-y stuff that lets YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching here. And until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.